So here I am at 40 years old, and I just joined active duty United States Air Force. I'm very excited about it, but my road didn't start there. About a year ago, I joined the Michigan Air National Guard. I thought going the Air National Guard route was going to be the best option for me, and that led me there. And I'll go into those details a little later. But then I eventually made the transition to the United States Air Force active duty. And this was all before I went to basic training. And for me, I kind of came to a realization that I would prefer to go active duty as opposed to the Guard for multiple reasons. I first just want to explain how I got here, how I got there, and why this past year 2025 was what it was. Um, so, like I said, about a year ago, I did join the Michigan Air National Guard. And how I came to that conclusion, or how I, you know, was looking into that, was it all probably started about 6 months prior to that. The previous job that I worked, I was doing marketing for what they call total forces, the Air National Guard, Air Force Reserve, and the active duty Air Force. And what I was doing is going around the country to different air shows, high schools, other public events that and working with local recruiting squadrons to help them recruit. I was not a recruiter. I am not a recruiter. Um, but I was, as a marketing person, I was helping support them. And by doing that for about a year or so, at that point, I started to see I started to see for myself this ecosystem within the Air Force. I was speaking to many different recruiters, not in a capacity to be recruited, but just conversation. A majority of these recruiters did have previous jobs or MOSs before becoming a recruiter. So I was interested to see kind of what their career was like within the Air Force. What did they do before? What got them to the Air Force? Where did they travel to? And what bases they were stationed at? And um, I was, after having those conversations and kind of putting those things into, the back of my head and marinating on them, at the end of 2024, I moved back to Michigan. My wife and I, we were living down in Atlanta for a few years. And when we moved back to Michigan, which is where I'm from, I said, okay, I'm back home now. I don't want to I don't want to necessarily move again. So let me join the Michigan Air National Guard. Let me look into that because I can serve in the military. It's part-time, but I'll be here in Michigan. So those were many of the reasons why I actually got to the Air National Guard spot first.